Hi everybody, this is Nathan Smith with my second draft of my working values document. So here in front of us on the screen now is my original document for my working values, which is this drawing featuring the arts rocket in the 4 domains. But I've updated this drawing to reflect a little bit of the changes that I've had and the things that I've learned during my experience in the first year of the ATFA program. So we still have our 4 domains. We've got knowledge and skills, we've got impact, we've got transformation, and we've got community. But I've kind of taken these 4 and turned them into this little drawing, this little metaphor. And a few things have changed from my last version of this document. So let's take a look. So the knowledge and skills down here, the first domain, that forms the basis, the foundation on which we build the rest of our practice. So I put it down here. Our impact, I view that as the work that we do with our students every day as arts teachers. That's where we're making a difference. We're helping learning happen. Our goal is transformation, to help make changes in our school communities, to help make changes in our students, and to make changes in ourselves, to create meaning. And this all happens within the context of community, which is this background circle right back here. So let's take a little bit closer look at each of these sections here. So in the knowledge and skills domain down here, I've included one aspect, which is my approach to curriculum. For me, curriculum forms that structure, that foundation where we have our curriculum maps, our standards, our ways that we build our instruction, and then the magic happens kind of on top of that structure of the knowledge and skills through the curriculum there. So on top of that, we have our impact. That's the work that we're doing that I've kind of illustrated as this arts rocket that everyone's working together to build. And in this impact, the work that we're doing, the changes that we're seeing in our students, the stuff that we do, there's a few things that are really important. First off, the safe and creative space in which we're working is very important to whether or not we have an impact at all with our students, whether or not we can meet them where they are. In addition, this is where the skills and content come into play, where we use the skills for our art form, whether that be music, dance, theater, or visual arts like myself, to make this impact happen, to do learning and do teaching. Now, one thing that's changed since my last draft is that my assessment ruler over here on the side has become more prominent, because I think that this assessment really connects to our impact. Assessment is a tool by which we measure how much of an impact we have on our students, how much learning they've done, and it is very much essential to the process that we're doing. So it's over here as part of this impact section. But as you'll see, the assessment ruler measures a little bit of the skills and content curriculum, and it measures all the way up to that transformation. So we can see if this is maybe like a scoring rubric or an evaluation scale. We've got the basic to the middle levels of achievement to the highest levels of achievement, where we really want to be, where our goal is at the very top. So that covers our impact section. Next is the community section. This is another place where I've seen some change over the course of the last year. I've noticed a lot of the importance of community being driven home repeatedly for me personally. So in this section, we have behavior management, we have community engaged learning, and we have inclusion. I've included this inclusion section down here as ladders, stairs, ramps, ways that we take our community of students and we provide them access to the arts making process. And community engaged learning is in this community section. One thing that I've changed from last time is I've added color to this community circle that's the background, the context for our art making, to fill the space behind the arts making. And I've added these little characters coming from the community, whether there are students, community participants, coming into the process here in the arts classroom where we're creating impacts, because I think that I've learned that involving the community in the act of art making, participating in community arts, is part of my vision for arts education and why arts education is important. So we've got that community engaged learning, and the behavior management is kind of like these guardrails, these rules, the ways that we help the community feel safe, feel productive in this arts making space. So that's part of the building positive relationships with the community. Just like your safe and creative space has to do with the guardrails as well, making sure that everyone feels like they can contribute to this thing that we're making. And then again, at the very top, we have transformation, our autonomy, our self-direction, our change. That's our goal. That's where we want to launch this rocket off and where we eventually want to end up after we engage in this community involved arts making process based on standards, processes, guidelines, curriculum. And that is kind of where I'm thinking about my working values right now. Thank you so much.